myself on this one. That's the battery. A couple of the other batteries, the screen goes black when you press record. This battery must work.
Huh.
Maybe it doesn't care. But we are, welcome to the BellLife vlogs, right?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yep.
Okay. We've been driving a while, so she's a little car sick. So, how do we start this one off? Actually, the video, I won't remember to put it in the description, but Trey surprised Brantley with a dirt bike. How long ago was that? About a month ago or something?
In 1 mile.
A couple months ago, yeah.
Month and a half ago or whatever. So rewind, if you all have been watching, you've been around for a while, I don't know if you're new, but I've grown up riding dirt bikes my whole life. Raced pretty heavily dirt bikes from 2009 till 2012 or something like that, and then had dirt bikes on and off since me and Amy have been together for the past 10 years for a couple times. 2 years ago, I got a dirt bike, Garen got a dirt bike, Michael got a dirt bike, Trey got a dirt bike, and Brantley already had a dirt bike. And if you remember, we gave Trey's dirt bike away a year ago. About a year ago. Some things came up, actually, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, where we actually sold my KTM because we had to pay for things on the back end, the stuff that you all don't quite know about just yet. But sold mine, and then Garen got rid of his, and then Michael got rid of his. So the only person that had a dirt bike left was Brantley. He had his KX. So 2 years ago, in 2021, we did a few races, I think 4 or 5 to be exact. And one of those races we didn't film. 2 of the races was it 2 or 3 are on this channel? Two or 3?
I don't know the answer to that.
It's either 2 or 3 races are on this channel right now. So, the one we didn't film, that was Brantley's actually first race, was then. It was a horrible race. It was a mud race. It was a terrible idea to go to it, and Brantley finished, but it was absolutely ridiculous muddy. So Trey gets rid of the KX because Brantley's now almost 6 foot tall. He's big, and a couple months ago you all saw where Trey surprised Brantley with a new dirt bike. Well, ever since Brantley got a dirt bike, he's been talking about wanting to race. He's telling Dad, I want to go race. Dad, I want to go race. I want to go race. Well, this, I don't even know when you see this video. Is it 2 days from now?
Next week, next Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, next Tuesday or Thursday. But we're filming this right now, Friday, October 13th. And there's a race.
Oh, it's Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th. There's a race. Sunday the 15th, right?
Yeah.
So, Brantley said, yeah, I want to go to the race. I want to go to the race. I'm like, well, crap, you know, I really love racing. I'm not in any kind of dirt bike riding shape right now at all. I'm in okay shape, but I'm not in dirt bike riding shape. So, scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, and you know, Brantley wants to race, and I want him to race, and I want him to like it or whatever, but I don't really want to go out and spend, you know, a new dirt bike right now, a brand new 450 dirt bike, it doesn't matter what brand it is, out the door starts at $10,000 and goes up. So if you do any research, you know that. And I need to be on I like 4 strokes. I need to be on a 450 because I weigh 256 pounds with street clothes on. So I was going through Marketplace and actually found
Then use the right lane to take a slight right
where do I go?
Right here.
New Circle?
Yeah.
New Circle, okay. So we're headed that way. Sorry I keep rambling on. I'm just trying to give you all the backstory of what's happening. Scrolling through Marketplace, and I actually found a 2009 YZ 450F. So when I was racing heavily, I had 4 2009 YZ 250Fs back in 2009, of course, when they were new. And that was my favorite bike ever. The frame was perfect on it. I loved it. I had the blue ones. They were Yamaha's YZ 250s. And
8.9 miles. Take exit 19 onto Nicholasville Road and US 27 Fort Nicholas.
Sorry, I'm paying attention to this. So I had 4 of those, so I loved it. So I couldn't believe it. I found this bike on Marketplace. It's a 2009 YZ450. It's the white one. I think it's like a special edition or something or whatever. But my buddy David Hollander, if you're watching, he actually had a white one just like this, but his was a 250. So this bike is, from the pictures, is absolutely spotless. I mean, really clean bike. I mean, the guy even sent me more pictures of how clean it is. So I'm like, wow. So it's kickstart. There's no electric start. It's completely stock. It might have some stickers on it or whatever, but the bike is very clean. So the plan is hopefully get the bike for pretty daggone cheap. So it's a very cheap bike. Just to let you know, it's like a $3,000 bike. Hopefully, I can get it a little bit cheaper than that. But from how clean this bike is, that's a very good deal on this bike. So we're getting ready to get there now. It's in Lexington, Kentucky. We got the trailer behind us. We're pulling up to it. So the plan for this video, hopefully, is that this bike is as clean as the pictures say it is. We pick it up, get home tomorrow,
And it runs.
And it runs. Yeah, because there's a lot of bikes that are in rough shape. The particular reason I like this bike so much, like I told you all, is it's the same frame as the bike that I used to race, but it's a 450. So, so basically getting back into the hobby of racing in a cheap way. I still have all my gear and stuff. We just got rid of the bike. So the plan would be to pick the bike up, and then tomorrow change the oil, the antifreeze, put a new spark plug in it. I need to do heavy duty tubes and bark busters and a skid plate just to get it ready for off-road racing. And literally the race is Sunday. So that's how
Off to the races.
Yeah, how close it is. So we got a lot of work to do. So it's gonna be a lot of work in a short amount of time. So more than likely we'll probably break it up. This video will be hopefully getting this bike, and then
Getting your and Brantley's bikes ready.
yeah, getting our bikes ready.
And then the race will be a different video.
Correct. Yeah, that's the way it'll be. So I just wanted to give you all a backstory. That's why I'm looking at a 2009. I wouldn't look at a 2009 if it wasn't as clean as this bike looks in the pictures.
Appears to be, yeah.
Yeah, appears to be in the pictures, and it's a really good deal. And for that kind of money, I mean, literally, I just priced a bike today, and it was going to be $10,200 out the door. And on top of that, you got to do tubes and a skid plate and bark busters. So you're going to be almost $11,000. And if everything goes right with this bike, hopefully I'll be like $3,400 in total. So that's a really good, that's a really good price. If you go out and get a brand new KTM right now, you're $14,000 for a bike. And I'm like, that's absolutely ridiculous. And we're not pro racers anymore, just doing it for a hobby. So anyways, we're headed to the bike. It says we'll be there at 7:10, and it's 6:56 right now. So hopefully this works out. We'll see when we get there. Okay, we are getting on the, hold that for a second, Amy.
Yeah.
The merchandise is in the, my rack is in the back on the trailer. So you can't see me.
Yeah, you can. It's dark, but yeah, you
I know,
can.
but I'm out of the.
No, you're not. You're in frame.
There you go.
What are you doing?
No, I'm in the. So the met with Kevin, an awesome dude. He said he's gonna check the. There we go. Said he's gonna check the channels out. Appreciate it, man. Got there.
9.1 miles. Take exit 9B onto Kentucky Route 922 North and Newtown Pike toward I-75.
Got there. The fuel was off. Literally turned the fuel on, pulled the choke, and it started on either the second or the third kick. And I mean, it feels like a brand new bike. So thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. Now the real work begins. So I'm gonna head home. Next time you all see us will be tomorrow. Meet up tomorrow and start working on the bikes. But you can't see it, but it's right back there. Extremely clean bike for the price. So we're headed home, and we're back. Early start to today. We got today involves getting everything done with this bike, getting everything done with Brantley's bike, and then we're also filming for TheBellLife.com today too. So today's probably gonna be a little bit rough, and it rained last night, so that makes a little bit of a problem. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's the bike. I want to move the Harleys into the cistern for the winter. I wanted to wash mine up and see if Michael wanted to wash his. and put those in the cistern because they're not really going to be used in the winter. But the only way to get to the cistern is through the mud, so now I'm going to have to let it dry. I should have put them away yesterday, but so might be able to do a little bit of working on the bike over here, but probably gonna have to work on the bike over at Mom and Dad's or Trey's garage. But this is it. Can you all believe this is a 2009? I mean, look at this. I mean, it's a 2000. I mean, it's a freaking brand new bike. Look at the swing arm tire information sticker still on there. I mean, stock chain. Tires aren't stock. These are some kind of Pirelli tire or whatever. But I mean, even right there. I mean, this thing's tracking. I mean, it's like a brand new bike. This is a brand new exhaust. The guy that I got it from, I don't think he put that on there. It was on there when he got it. I mean, look at the graphics on the plastic. I mean, it's freaking. I mean, these are stock grips. I mean, the grips are a little bit worn. Probably throw some new grips on there today, honestly. Fork seals aren't leaking. Doesn't appear to be, anyways. I mean, here's this side of the motor. Trying to slide on here for you. I mean, there's a little bit of case wear right there on the clutch cover, but I mean, hardly no frame, nothing. I think there was supposed to be a clamp here, but this silencer might, I don't know, maybe he didn't put it back on. But I mean, the motor, look at the motor, brand new. Freaking bike is like spotless. So I mean, the only thing I can really see wrong with it is there's a dent right here in this radiator, but it almost looks like that happened, like it fell into something, like it fell off the stand while it was sitting or something, and that happened. Because I mean, there might be a little bit of a mark there on the grip, but unless he put stock grips back on it, I want to. All the controls and stuff are crooked on it right now, so you know these are obviously gone. These graphics are gone. The graphics on here are staying, just the numbers are gone. Probably gotta move the bars up to this hole, and then I think these things need rolled forward a little bit because they're too far rolled back. So that controls on a dirt bike are like, for me, are like having your mirrors adjusted perfectly in your vehicle while you're driving. The controls got to be straight for me. You know, the front. I mean, you can see right now the front's kind of tweaked a little bit. Tire. I need to tweak the tire over a little bit, but I mean, freaking clean bike. That's a raw picture of the freaking motor right there, son. That just got shipping confirmation that it's not going to be here today, the skid plate. So that's good. Literally, we'll be at the race in 24 hours. So got this works connection hours meter right there, 26.9 hours. So yeah, well, I mean, with that, you know, he could have put that on anytime, but normally jet bikes like this don't really come with hour meters, so he put that on aftermarket. So I don't know if he put that on exactly when he got the bike, but to this bike it looks like he did, because you can always replace plastic and stuff on a bike to make it look new, but you can't. I mean, if you put a new motor in a frame, you know, I think this thing legitimately does have 25 hours on it, and it's 11 years old. So 2009. But today consists of what I'm going to try to get done is get rid of these. There's a local shop that I think has some, I call them bark busters, you call them hand guards, you can call them whatever you want to call them, but has some in stock, hopefully. Replace the bark busters, throw some new grips on here, adjust all the controls, fix that, roll the bars forward, change the oil. We're going to change the radiator fluid. I actually just checked the oil and it looks brand new, and he said it was brand new, but I'm kind of a AMSOIL kind of guy, so I want fresh oil in there. So oil, radiator fluid, controls, grips, bark busters, and then the next big thing is tubes. So heavy duty tubes, front and rear. So the thing with that is, this is a 19-inch rear. You know, normally your dirt bikes come with like an 18-inch rear. So 19-inch rear means there's less tire and more wheel, obviously, which I kind of prefer an 18-inch rear wheel. It gets it's a little bit more forgiving. You know, it's got more rubber, and it's just a little bit more forgiving. You know, but I'm not in good enough shape to feel that stuff anymore. So the 19 will be fine. But so I want to do tubes, front and rear, and then replace this chain, because these chains like this is just a stretched out non-O-ring chain. It's the stock chain it came with. As you can see, it's not adjusted all the way out, but it's adjusted pretty far back. The rear wheel is now. So what that means is the chain is so stretched, you could adjust this a little bit more to make it tighter, but I just want to put an O-ring chain on there. That kind of helps with stretching, and you don't have to adjust it as much. So I got an O-ring chain yesterday, gonna throw that on there. The brake pads look good. Other than that, man, I think get the gear bag ready to go and go from there. So I do some sections, probably start up, let it warm up so I can get this oil draining, and go from there. I think it said it holds 1 liter of oil if you're changing the oil filter, and holds 1 quart if you're not changing the oil filter. But I'm obviously changing the oil filter. So, but this goofy thing, here's the chain right here. I had to get a cheap chain for now, but there's a chain right there. But O-ring chain. There's some of the other parts over there. I got a ratio cup, which it just has all the different see what I'm talking about here a second. There you go, there's engine ice. Engine ice. Ratio right. So it's got different, let me get it out here for you. See what I mean? It's got different markings all over it, different, I mean, it's got gallons, it's got ounces, it's got cc's, it's got pints. But you know one thing it doesn't have? I don't know if it's got, I think it's got liters. I don't know, I gotta check into it. But anyways, that's what we're doing, so let me get started. All right, I set you up on the back of the truck. See how many, see if I can get back into the shot here. This thing's, well, it's completely cold. See how many kicks that she starts. If y'all watch motocross, my name's not Kenny, but Kickstarter Kenny. Leave a comment down below if you know what that means. So I turn the fuel on, choke it. I mean, it's not hot. Not hot at all, so. It's not gonna start the first kick, but I'm gonna go through it a couple times with the compression release. Hopefully by the 3rd kick, okay? Here's kick 1. starting it. What do you want to do? Showing them where this is where we're at.
Where are we at?
Brantley got a new heavy duty tube in his front tire, and clean the air filter. He got a heavy duty tube in the front tire. He's already got a heavy duty tube in the back tire. Trey cleaned his air filter. Oil's good. He's probably only got maybe an hour on that oil change or something like that. But tighten the chain, and he's gonna wash it up and probably throw some WD-40 on the chain and foot pegs and call it good. And then this one, I haven't shown you all since this morning, but oil's been done, radiator fluid's been done, air filter's been cleaned. It's got heavy duty tubes front and rear. The rear tire's been turned around. Got a little bit sharper edge on the rear tire. Now we're gonna do, me and Trey are gonna work on the handlebars, maybe move them forward to this other mount, and try to rig some bark busters together.
Why is your brain in the mode where you need to move forward? Why are you thinking that?
Because we're taller.
I know, but you don't know what
His are forward.
Does he got 2 holes?
Yeah. His are forward. I don't know. We're talking about moving those forward, and then
Dustin, I don't know if you see full of that, bud.
put some grips on it, check the air pressure, maybe go over some bolts, and call it good.
I'm not going over those bolts.
Should be. I don't think you said you guys checked the weather. It's just cloudy up there.
I didn't check the weather. You said it was.
Supposedly it's going to be all right, but we're going to try to rig these brush guards on there if we can, make them look as decent as we can. Try to drill through those or something. Not going to have a skid plate, and be all right. We'll just ride it. But we'll move on to the next task. All right, it's 9 o'clock. It's a mess. Just got done putting everything back together. Today was a little bit of a show. Like you all saw, I got up this morning about 9, worked on the bike till about 2. Then we filmed for TheBellLife.com from about 2:15 till about 5:30. Not too bad. Come over here half drunk and freaking stomach ache. Today was a eating and drinking day, and came back and got the bike back together. So this bike got heavy duty tubes front and rear. Like I said yesterday when I found out I was getting the bike, was that yesterday? Did I order them yesterday? Yeah. I think, yeah, I ordered parts for this thing yesterday morning. Tried to have everything here by today and it didn't work, so Revzilla kind of let me down. But so shout out to GNR Motorsports there in Walton, Kentucky. The owner there, Troy, actually had some stuff there, some stuff I didn't do, but took the tires there because I didn't have time to put heavy duty tubes in them, so obviously put tube in the front and a tube in the rear, and we went ahead and turned the rear tire around. I showed you all that a minute ago. Put a heavy duty tube in the front of Brantley's bike, and Trey cleaned the air filter on that bike, and then Brantley washed it. This bike got the tubes, tire turnaround, oil change, radiator fluid change. Now we got engine ice in there. Radiator fluid change. Moved the bars up to the front mount. They were on the back mount, and these bars were rolled back. And I don't know if y'all, whoever rides dirt bikes out there that watches this, handlebars on a dirt bike or a street bike or anything has to be really good for me. It's almost like having your mirrors adjusted right in your car. It's just aggravating if it's not. So it's been a while getting these things straight. So moved them forward, rolled them forward, put ODI, these locking grips on. So they lock on right here so you don't have to glue them. Put those on there, and made these bark busters work. You can call these hand guards, you can call them bark busters, you can call them anything you want to call them, but regardless, all they really do is help protect your levers and of course your hands when you're racing, you know, from tree branches and stuff and that kind of deal. So I did get these up there from GNR, these other things. So I don't really like the way these looks. My favorite style of handguard, bark buster, whatever you call it, are these right here. They're the Moose Racing, the Contours. And I'm probably gonna get the white and black ones for this one, but I don't know, they don't look bad from over there. But check the air pressure and tires. We're running 12 and 12, 12 in the rear, 12 in the front, PSI. I tried to go over about every bolt on the thing and everything seems actually pretty tight. All the spokes are tight. Skid plate did not come in, so that's gonna be a little bit dangerous. That's an open motor right there. So, but that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. But y'all seriously leave a comment down below in the comment section. I mean, this thing is for a 2009. I mean, it's like a time capsule. I just keep saying it over and over again. But I mean, looking fresh. Really, I'd say the only other thing this bike needs is it's probably running a little bit lean, because this exhaust on here, you know, this thing has a carburetor, so, which is right here. It's probably going to need a jet kit to richen this thing up a little bit, give it some more fuel. I think it's running a little bit hot. You see the discoloration in the pipe right here. So realistically, probably just a jet kit. I'd like to get a little bit bigger tank, because I still don't know if I'm going to have to stop or not. I can't remember, like I said. But I probably have that tank over at Mom and Dad's off my stock 250, because they were the same year. You know, I told you all that. But I don't know if I'm going to have to stop for fuel. I don't know. Honestly, don't know if we'll have to stop. The race is an hour and a half plus a lap. So, but really, not knowing if I'm going to have to stop, and the skid plate is really the only thing that's got me worried. Didn't put the chain on. Still got this non-O-ring chain. I mean, these things are just chintzy and junk, you know, but still, for what we had today, I don't think it's bad going into tomorrow. So hopefully Brantley likes it, and well, you'll all see if he likes it or if he doesn't like it in the next video. But I think we're ready to rip, man. Like I said, it's 9 o'clock, and we're leaving at 7:30 tomorrow morning, and I don't even have my gear bag packed, so I gotta find my goggles and gloves and all that crap. So, but you always feel like you're forgetting something. It's like I feel like I'm forgetting to check a bolt or something. But I think we're actually good. So it's about all she wrote. I could put some duct tape down there and make like a fake cardboard skid plate, but I don't think it'll do anything. Anyways, thank y'all a ton. Hopefully y'all like this video. Gonna try to talk Brantley into doing a few races this year, so stay tuned for the next video, because it'll be Brantley's first official race on a big bike. So like I told y'all, we didn't film his first race because it was a mud race and it was terrible. So it's pretty much rained all day today too. So I don't think it's rained that much at the race, but hopefully it rained just enough to knock the dust down, because the place we're going to tomorrow, Eddie, my other brother, Garen's dad, just told me that this race is the first race that me and Garen and Michael raced last year, where my butt was bleeding, or in 2021 when my butt was bleeding and stuff. So, and it was a dust bowl, so a little bit of rain might not hurt, but I just don't want it to be a mudder, because you know, it makes things a lot not fun when it's muddy. So anyways, y'all stay tuned for the next video. Please leave a comment down below on what you think, especially if you think this thing was worth, I'll just be honest, you know, if you think that was worth that. I mean, basically saved 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, like $7,400 on than buying a brand new bike. And you know what's cool about this is there's no payment. So I was telling Amy, I think this is literally the first time in my life that I've never bought an 11-year-old dirt bike, put it to you that way, before. Normally they're all newer than this. But so subscribe here, subscribe to Ask the Bell Life, subscribe to the Bell Life Bangs, subscribe or check us out on thebellife.com, where we still hit each other a lot. But all the links will be in the description down below. And I guess the next one you all see will be the race. Stay tuned.